Hi, and welcome to our last lecture. Today we'll be discussing the Foot Xiao Yin channel, which is the kidney channel. So it starts with, begins beneath the little toe, crosses over to kidney 1, follows the pathway along the posterior medial aspect of the leg to do 1, threads through the lumbar, spine, kidney, and bladder. And notice I want to bring your awareness to both the bolded statements and the change in color statements. As always, you want to make sure that you know that because I guarantee you're going to be tested on that. Emerges at kidney 11 and ends at kidney 27. Crossing points include Ren 3, 4, and 7. Emerges from the kidney, ascends through the liver and diaphragm, enters the lung, ascends to the throat, terminates at the root of the tongue. So this is another channel that actually goes to the root of tongue. So you need to add that to your little chart. Separates in the lung, joins the heart, which basically reinforces that whole heart and kidney connection. Disperses into the chest, links in to the pericardium channel, and added by Deadman, it also goes to Ren 17. Here's our channel pathologies: enuresis, frequent urination, nocturnal emissions, impotence, irregular menstruation, asthmatic breathing, hemoptysis, dryness of the tongue, congested and sore throat, edema, pain in the lumbar region, or the posterior medial aspect of the thigh, weaknesses in or of the lower limbs, and heat sensations in the soles of the feet. Kidney channel summary, so it begins beneath the little toe. Crossing points, spleen 6, D1, Ren 3, 4, 7, and 17. Extra organs entered is liver, lung, and heart. The tissue is the bone, and the linkage is lung to heart, disperses in the chest. Pericardium, and then miscellaneous is connects with every yin organ except the spleen. Definitely want to know that. The low connecting begins at kidney 4, encircles the heel, enters internally to connect with the UB channel. It sends along the kidney channel to the point below the pericardium, just exactly what that picture looks like. Travels posterior and spreads into the lumbar vertebrae. Pathologies. The deficiency or SHU is low back pain. The SURE is retention of urine. Here's our kidney sinew channel. Begins beneath the little toe. Spleen sinew channel, inferior aspect of the medial malleolus. Binds at the heel, converges with the UB sinew channel, ascends the leg, binds at the medial condyle of the tibia, joins the spleen sinew channel, and follows the medial surface of the thigh to the genitals. Now, a couple slides ago, we mentioned that the kidney channel crosses everything except for spleen. The exception to that is the spleen sinew channel. Travels internally to the spinal vertebrae. I'll come back to that in a second. Ascends to the inner aspect of the spine to the nape of the neck, binds at the occiput bone, converges with the UB sinew channel. Now, what's important to realize on this one is it travels internally to the spinal vertebrae, which is that whole little picture off to the left here. The reason why that's clinically relevant is whenever you have a smoker of cigarettes, what they're actually doing is by smoking is getting high amounts of nicotine and tar into the bloodstream. You guys don't know this yet, but your body begins to deposit those leftover nicotine and tar into the vertebrae, which means smoking retards blood flow and oxygen to the spinal tissue, which means If that person smokes, I guarantee, like clockwork, they're going to have 3 to 4 back injuries a year until they quit smoking. Guarantee it. Kidney sinew channel pathologies, cramping at the bottom of the foot, cramping and pain along the course of the channel, convulsions, spasms associated with epilepsy, disease of the exterior, patient cannot bend forward, disease of the interior, patients cannot bend backwards. Or, if you want to think of it this way, if it's a yang disorder, they can't bend the spine forward. If it's a yin disorder, they can't bend it backwards. Kidney divergent. Separates at the popliteal fossa, intersects with the UB divergent channel on the thigh, connects with the kidneys, crosses the diami near L2, ascends to the root of the tongue, another channel that goes to the root of the tongue, upward to the nape of the neck to converge with the UB primary channel. Divergent pathologies. Low back pain, poor memory and concentration, dizziness, depression, stiffness and pain in the occiput, pain in the popliteal fossa, which is that space behind the knee. Okay, so that brings us to kidney 1. Kidney 1 is on the sole of the foot between the second and third metatarsals, approximately 1/3 the distance between the base of the second toe and the heel. Any depression formed when the foot is plantar flexed. Descends excess from the head. This is one of your biggest grounding points. Calms the spirit, revives consciousness, and rescues yang. Kidney 2 is right there in the navicular tuberosity, or basically where the medial arch is, on the middle side of the foot, distal and inferior to the medial malleolus, and the depression distal and inferior to the navicular tuberosity. Clears deficient heat, regulates the kidneys, regulates the lower jaw. Kidney 3. Kidney 3 is in the depression between the medial malleolus and the Achilles tendon, level with the prominence or the high point of the medial malleolus. It's also a shoe stream, yuan source, and an earth point. Nourishes kidney yin and clears deficient heat. Tonifies kidney yang, anchors the qi and benefits the lung, and strengthens the lumbar region. You'll actually see this used a lot with asthmatic patients, where the kidneys aren't grasping the qi. You would use kidney 3. Kidney 4 is the low connecting point. It's approximately 0.5 sun posterior to the midpoint of the line drawn between kidney 3 and kidney 5 on the anterior border of the Achilles tendon. Reinforces the kidneys, anchors the qi and benefits the lungs, strengthens the will and dissipates fear. So, now we're going to have this conversation. What that last one is actually referring to is phobias. It could be something as simple as fear with or without a situation to actually back that up, or something a little bit off, which is phobias, an unrational fear. You would use this for that unrational fear. I once had a patient who was afraid to drive across bridges. And I said, hey, have you ever been in an accident in a car? And he said, no. And I said, so you've never been in an accident involving a bridge? And he says, no. But for some reason, when he turned 64, he was afraid to drive across any bridge. It didn't matter how high it was. So the first thing we did was we did an assessment. We needled this point. It got a little bit better, but it was still there. And then we actually began to needle it and burn moxa. And by burning the moxa, it warmed up the kidneys, and he began to dispel that fear. So he didn't have it. It only took us 6 treatments. Okay, that's the power of what we're talking about. Kidney 5 is the Qi cleft. It's 1 sun inferior to kidney 3. In any depression anterior and superior to the condylar tuberosity, the site of the insertion of the Achilles tendon in the calcaneum. Regulates the penetrating and conception vessels and benefits menstruation. What that means is penetrating is the Chongmai and conception is the Renmai. So this point has a strong effect on both the Chongmai and the Renmai that are both 8 extra meridians. Kidney 6. Kidney 6 is 1 cun below the prominence of the medial malleolus in the groove formed by 2 ligamentous bundles. Okay, benefits the throat, nourishes kidney and clears deficient heat, regulates the yin chao, calms the spirit, and regulates the lower jiao. That reference there where it says regulates the yin motility vessel is another 8 extra meridian. So now we have 2 points that do something for 3 of the 8. Kidney 7. Kidney 7 is 2 cun above kidney 3. It benefits the kidney, regulates water passages and treats edema, regulates sweating, drains damp and clears damp heat, strengthens the lumbar region. Kidney 8 is also 2 cun above kidney 3, but it's half a cun anterior or in front of kidney 7. Regulates conception and penetrating, that's Chongmai and Renmai, and adjusts menstruation, stops uterine bleeding, clears heat, and drains dampness from the lower jiao. Kidney 9. Kidney 9 is on the medial aspect of the lower leg, 5 cun superior to kidney 3, when that line is drawn between kidney 3 and kidney 10. Kidney 10 is the back of the knee. Well, it's the medial side of the knee, about 1 cun posterior to the medial border of the tibia. Clears heat, transforms phlegm, regulates qi, and alleviates pain. Kidney 10. Kidney 10 is on the medial end of the popliteal crease between semitendinosus and semibrosus tendon, located with the knee slightly flexed. Clears damp heat from the lower jiao, benefits the kidney, activates the channel, alleviates pain. Now we jump. Now we jump from the back of the knee to even with the Ren channel. And so kidney 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 are all half a cun lateral to their counterpart Ren points. Okay? So kidney 11 is at the same level as kidney 2, which is 0.5 cun lateral to the midline. The only thing it does is it benefits the lower jiao. Kidney 12 is half a cun lateral from Ren 3 and 1 cun up. Tonifies the kidney and astringes estins. 13 is level with Ren 4, which makes it 2 cun up. Regulates the penetrating and conception. So again, that's the Renmai and Chongmai. Regulates the lower jiao. 14 is 3 cun up from the pubic bone, equal to Ren 5. Benefits the lower jiao, alleviates pain, regulates qi and moves blood stasis, regulates the water passages and promotes urination. 15. It's at the same level as a Ren 7, which is 4 cun above the pubic bone or 1 cun from the belly button. Regulates the intestines, regulates the lower jiao. 16. Half a cun lateral to the center of the umbilicus. 16 is on the outside of the belly button. It's usually right on the edge. Regulates qi, alleviates pain, regulates and warms the intestines. Now, 17 is just like what kidney 7 did. Kidney 7 is 2 cun above the medial malleolus. Kidney 17 is 2 cun above The belly button, still half assumed lateral to the rim. Dispels accumulations and alleviates pain. 18 is level and 0.5 soon lateral to rin 11, which would be 3 soon above the umbilicus. Regulates lower jiao, alleviates pain, regulates qi and moves blood stasis, harmonizes the stomach. Kidney 19, 4 soon above the umbilicus and half a soon lateral to rin 12. Regulates qi, harmonizes the stomach, lowers rebellion, and alleviates cough and wheeze. 20 is half a soon lateral to rin 13. Harmonizes the middle jiao, unbinds the chest, and transforms phlegm. 21, half a soon lateral to rin 14 or 6 soon above the umbilicus. Fortifies the spleen, harmonizes the stomach, and lowers rebellion. Spreads liver qi, benefits the chest and breasts, and alleviates pain. 22. So this is where the switch happens. Kidney 22 is 2 soon lateral from the midline. Everything up until this point has been half a soon lateral. Now 22 is 2 soon lateral. Unbinds the chest, lowers rebellious lung and stomach qi. It's one of the best points also for anorexia. 23. It's in the fourth intercostal space, 2 soon lateral from the midline. Unbinds the chest, lowers rebellious lung and stomach qi, benefits the breasts. 24. 2 soon lateral from the midline in the third intercostal space. Unbinds the chest, lowers rebellious lung and stomach qi, benefits the breast. So 22, 23, 24, 25 have all similar actions. 25 is 2 soon lateral from the midline in the second intercostal space. Unbinds the chest, lowers rebellious lung and stomach qi. 26. In the first intercostal space, 2 soon lateral to the midline. Unbinds the chest, benefits the breast, transforms phlegm, and lowers rebellious lung and stomach qi. And then finally, 27. Any depression on the lower border of the clavicle, 2 soon lateral to the midline, in 0 space. Unbinds the chest, transforms phlegm, and alleviates cough and wheeze, harmonizes the stomach, and lowers rebellion. Now, I'm going to give you a little side commentary about this particular point. Kidney 27 has the ability for that person that's being needled to be a positive force in the universe. And to be personally honest, I think all of us need a little bit of a positive shining light in the universe. So I currently do kidney 27 bilaterally on every patient that I see. And I've been doing that since probably around February 13th. All right, thank you very much for listening, and then I'll see you all tomorrow in class.